Hi, everyone. I'm Dr. Keyur Desai. I'm a sports medicine doctor here at the new Fight for Children Sports Medicine Center in Silver Spring. I treat children with non surgical orthopedic issues, sports related injuries, female athlete triad, and other medical disorders related to sports and performance and fitness. Today, I'm going to talk to you about a very important topic, and specifically sleep and how sleep affects sport performance. So, the first question we've got is what happens when you sleep? When you sleep, the body does several key things. They can be broadly broken up into the following few categories. So the first most important thing that happens during sleep is recovery. As athletes, you put your bodies under lots of different stress. That stress comes from the exercise you do, and it starts at the big muscles and all the big tissues in your body and works its way down all the way to the little cells of your body. Just like the rest of you needs to take time off and recover, the little cells in your body do too. And during sleep is when all of that happens. Additionally, the body also grows during sleep. And so what that looks like is whether you're trying to get taller, whether you're trying to build muscle, whether you're trying to lose weight, all of these processes happen during sleep as well. The brain also, very importantly, needs some time to rest. We'll touch on what happens with sleep and how it affects the brain and your athletic performance in a little bit. But just know that sleep really helps the brain reset and get you ready for your next day of competition. And finally, during sports, sometimes people have a heightened immune response. And so when you sleep, the body's working to keep you from getting sick so that you can keep playing the sport that you want to play. Let's take it to the next question here. A good night of sleep does so many wonderful things for your sports performance. So they've studied athletes all the way from the Olympics, professional levels, and collegiate levels to talk about what sleep does to the human body and how it affects sports. We found a bunch of really good pieces of information, including athletes that slept well had better endurance. So if you're a runner, if you're a football player, if you play soccer, if you're a dancer or a gymnast, all of these sports that require lots and lots of prolonged activity and contact, those athletes did better the more that they had good night's sleep. Throwers and hitters, so if you play tennis, if you play baseball, if you're a pitcher, all of these athletes had more accuracy and more speed with their throws or more velocity when they were hitting. Reaction time, so we talked about the brain a little bit earlier, right? So your reaction time starts with your brain when you process all of that data you're getting. Reaction times were significantly improved in athletes that had slept well. When you work out, you get sore, you get tired, you get fatigued. Athletes that sleep well and sleep consistently well got sore less commonly and with more effort than they would than compared to athletes who did not sleep very well. Athletes who slept better also were just in general more relaxed, had better mental health, and better athletic performance. The longer an athlete exercises, meaning if you're exercising 1 hour versus 2 hours, 2 hours versus 4 hours, the more that you're increasing your amount of activity, the more and more important and crucial quality regular sleep is to your performance. Let's move on to our next question here. Now, you're probably hearing all these great things about sleep, and you're like, well, I just can't sleep. What are some things that I can do at home? So let's talk about leave you with a few basic pieces of information that you can start using today as soon as you're done watching this video on how to get better sleep. Here's a few tips that work whether you're an athlete, whether you're an adult, whether you're a kid, helps everybody of all ages get some good sleep. Number one, the bedroom temperature should be cooler than most people probably set their household thermostat to. So studies have shown that a temperature around 65 degrees Fahrenheit is actually more conducive to getting a good night's rest, meaning a lot of us set our thermostats, 70, 71, 72, or even higher. The problem is that heat is making it so that your body doesn't want to sleep through the whole night and sleep comfortably. The other really important thing is having a consistent schedule. The most important part of your sleep schedule is waking up at the same time every day. That will make you go to bed and get tired at the same time every day. But the key is getting up every day at the same exact time. So whether that's 6 a.m., 7 a.m., 8 a.m., whatever that time is for you to get to school, get everything ready, but keeping one time that you are waking up every day will help you get better sleep once you do it consistently. Before you go to bed that night, having a consistent routine is also really important. And that routine should be free of screens. So no TVs, no cell phones, no tablets, no laptops. Instead, you should be doing things that are starting to wind your body down. Brushing your teeth, changing into your pajamas. If you shower at night, showering at night. Reading a book that's not, overly stimulating. Not doing homework the minute up to bed. Not watching Netflix right up to bed. All of those things are going to stimulate your brain when you're trying to settle down and get to sleep. One other really important thing that I like to touch on, athletes have told me, I would love to go to bed. I'm in bed, but my brain is racing and it's telling me all of these different thoughts and things that I'm worried about and thinking about. If this applies to you and that's something you have a hard time with when it comes to bed, is something you can do is keep a notebook at your bedside and put a pen in your notebook so that you start having these thoughts, oh, I've got this big test tomorrow and I've got all these worries. I've got this game and I'm worried about this. I've got this other thing happening in my life and I'm worried about this. And they're keeping you from sleeping. You can jot those down in your notebook and then it'll help to actually take it out of your brain so that you feel more relaxed and like you can go to sleep. Thank you for tuning in. This was Dr. Desai talking about sleep. I hope this was helpful for you all. Drop a comment below, drop a like. If you have any questions, definitely let us know. Always happy to talk more about sleep. I'd love to see any of you in the office if you have any questions, concerns, or want to chat more about this.